Welcome back to Just Fantastic Corruption. Today we're back sitting on top of Melvin's head. We're also going to go to the storm shelter and change to the plane. Because we're still looking for those few pieces that are left for us to finish out this, well, edition of the game, and I don't know where they could be. They could be under the sea, they could be above the ground, they could be on top of the mountain. But do you know what? There is one place I know they aren't, and that is behind Melvin. I've checked there twice. And with that being said, today on the agenda is we find as much as we can, but this is going to most likely be the last episode of this series, because well, I don't think there is much left to see on or do. I have promised a few things, not a few, one thing that I could build, but that could be a standalone video in creative mode if I'm not sure what to do next week. But for this series, this will be it. I find as much as I can. While flying around, I see another core that I haven't collected. And another one. So I see the two cores that I haven't collected. They are over here. Jump! Didn't need that plane anyway. Okay, I saw a chest. Let's get the power core over there. I saw a chest above on this hill. I see a second chest on this hill. This is not a very explored area, you see. Also see an old design. Then there is me sneezing. Let's see what this is. A simple attack. Okay, well, whatever. Nothing that interesting. Then the power core. Then the next short flight to the cliff right over yonder. Which is this, and then the one on above that hill. Perfect landing. No issues at all. That's a thruster. Well, whatever, if you say so. I mean, the game is not lying. It is a thruster, it's just not a useful thing to me. Not that anything is useful. I have my X-Jet, which is the most perfect plane ever to plane. See, no bonking into hills can stop this body of mine. I can see another chest. Okay, this chest is the next one. Beautifully crash landed into it. And then trying to murderize myself. And then flying off into the distance because I saw another one. Right up above here. Just a tiny bit more. Perfection! Let's quickly open the build menu to see what we've just found. We found a bunch of tubes because that's cool. We found the thrust, the small thruster. We found a smart cannon last time, and this time we found a small wheel, and last time we also found a detachable block. Nothing major, nothing that good and or important. Also, this isn't the best version of the jet that I've built, because this one is lacking like 3 engines and weapons. You know, the most important parts of a plane. We're dealing fine with the less engines we've got. But this view gives me nothing. So how... oh, we have none of these left to look for. Only a few chests remain. Let me look deep into the crevasse. Maybe some of them will be hidden so that I am unable to see them from above. So below we shall go. Maybe something is in the waters and maybe something isn't. Oh look, this isn't in the waters. Oops. We're going down, you see. Perfection! Wiggle all you want. It's a balloon. An inflatable balloon. Any chests that are revealed on the map? No, none. Okay, I see. I love how you spawned me on top of the... I wanna rotate my lane. My lane. PUH lane. And then we look in the crevasse once again, because the crevasse is the place I haven't explored. Like, it's the least explored place I've been to. Maybe I do need to pick up... maybe I do need to change to my tank and look at it closer. But at least we have found all the power cores that remained. If we can only be as successful as we were in the first few minutes of this episode, we would already find the last pieces that remain. Hello. So Sanctuary. Sanctuary has nothing other than me bonking my face in and being blown down the hill. Oh, it broke my cab. I love how weird this plane acts. Anyway, we go by... we go look here? No. I kind of want to explore down by Sanctuary's waters again. Because that is the other place I know of that hasn't been as explored as it could be. I see that chest over there. Well, Sanctuary waters, here I come. Here I come to save the day in my submarine. Okay. Hello there, waters. Wait, what is that over there? I think that's where I begin the adventure. I've already forgotten. Give me a tank for a second. We go exploring! Right, yep, this is where we started the adventure. And that thing is some sort of a beacon that I don't remember. I need to go lower. And once we go lower, we... oops. I need a bit of a... need a bit more buoyancy, please and thank you. These caves were never meant for... you know what? You win! This submarine, after all, has been made to be driven in first person. So we are gonna do just that. Drive it in first person. I can see something lit up over there, which is... Then we switch back to orbit. Once we're outside of the caves. And down here we find nothing of interest, to be honest. No, seriously, we find nothing. There just isn't anything. Nothing down here, you see. No chests, no nothing. Over Tower Gamma is nothing interesting. There is nothing down here. If I could only get some way of detecting what the chests and their location, that would be amazing. Like in the others, like I can go near them for them to be marked, but I haven't apparently gone anywhere near them for the chests themselves to be marked. So sadly we are going to have to drive blindly. Let's go back to first person for a minute. Drive through the lovely cave. Bump around. Find out. My controls are a bit iffy, to say the least. Float. Float, my pretty. Float. Sink, my pretty, sink. What way am I facing? Now I need to be going around here. But is this the way of progress? Okay, I have been through this cave before. Yes, get hooked up on everything. Maybe the gyro does need to be stronger though. Also my control scheme needs to be better. But in here we found a chest, so this has been looted. I'm just checking whether we have missed something. Along the lines of a hidden cave or something. Nope, that guy down there has been looted. All of these have been basically taken. We don't really look, we're not looking for any resources or anything. But I mean, we are as complete as could be by me not wasting any more time, which... Oh look! A chest! Found one! It's a paddle! Yay! And a large paddle! We can kind of go back to the original design of this, which was slower than what we currently have. If I combine the two designs, it will most definitely be the best. of both worlds, but you know what, we don't have the time, nor do I want to. And next time we are going to have a choice to make what to actually start the series on. Whether we go back to From the Depths or Terratech Worlds. Now, isn't this interesting? We can go back to the worlds because it is I have a better PC now and the game has been updated quite a lot, so sadly we will be starting from, well, scratch, but with the new knowledge, new systems in place and a lot more balancing, we could make a lot more progress in the game. And I can also do, and since we've already played it the way it was meant to be played, technically, we didn't finish it, but we played a lot of it the way it was meant to be played, we can go around and we can remove the core, although that would remove a lot of the difficulty of the game. We can remove the core limit, and we can build a real good tech from nothing. From the start of the game, just add thousands of turrets to it and play it closer to the first one. We can also remove the ammo consumption. Yeah, let's do that. Let's actually go back to Terratech Worlds and play without the... Start a new game, but remove the core and the bullets. We'll still have to gather resources for crafting and stuff. But we just don't have to worry about bullets and core power. That way, we'll be able to make a lot more progress faster and have cooler techs that are not limited by the amount of cores, but by the amount of parts I have. Now this will be fun. I am looking for any other last final chests around here while talking. I have visited this pyramid. I was like, what is that? No, I've been here. Been here, done that. Wait, this... No, this is just a tri-pyramid. The boss was a quad pyramid. Like, I don't know what it's called. Both are pyramids, but one just has 3 sides and the other one has 4. But with this being said, I have looked around all of the ocean, I think, and I found nothing. So for next week we go back to Terratech Worlds, but we do not proceed with our save because, well, we need the changes to happen. And also I'm flying now. I love Terratech. I've been playing a variant for a while as well. That is something that I've been doing right now. I needed a space game for a change. But anyway, all I gotta say is look at this wiggle. And with that, and our speedboat. I didn't mean for this to be a speedboat, but it's a good speedboat. It's a real good speedboat. No, I'm just having fun right now. And with, I'm guessing this being done, the series, I'm not seeing them announce a new campaign for Trailmakers. Let's do a backflip. So it will be a while before we go back to this game. But I am not going to lie, I am excited about returning to Terratech World on the new PC, where it will definitely work. And we most likely won't be having any issues with FPS drops. Because when I tested it, it stood at a firm 120. It wouldn't move. And once I'm done talking for now, thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me in the series. And I'll see you back in the next one.